Hey, welcome back to my channel. Hi, I am Shar, and I am, guess what, your recap auntie. Hey, y'all, I am back. Hopefully, Pinky is acting right. If she's not, hopefully, y'all can still hear me. Hey. Welcome to my channel. Yeah, I was gone for about a week, but I did catch up everything. So I think I'm starting at a really good spot because I heard that the party is coming next week, the wedding anniversary party celebration thingy that we all been waiting for Leslie and Eva to do. I'm gonna do that one by one. But today's episode is episode number 38. I'm gonna break off episode number 39, and then last week's episode, all last week, I'm gonna put that into one video. So you're just gonna get 3 videos from me. But Monday we back on regular scheduled program. So hey y'all miss me. I missed y'all. I did. I've done some little reaction videos on my other channel, but recap. That's my y'all really did like my what was it? Sinners. I saw that thing twice, y'all. I had to. And I'm glad I did because I saw it in a more of an IMAX version where you felt like you were there in the middle of the scenes. And I'm so glad I did. It was something, so many scenes that I missed in the previous viewing of it. Okay. Why is there a car driving by now? Loud ass car. Bye. Anyway, yeah, so I saw it again, so I'm glad I did because there was a few scenes that was too dark. If you saw it in like a regular theater, it's too dark. Couldn't see, couldn't see shot. So I'm glad I went back and saw it. I felt like I was in the middle of that. Never mind. If you want to see my review and my recap of Sinners, it's in the previous video right before this one. So enjoy it. I was being me. You know me. If you know Auntie, you know me. So, hey, y'all, let me go ahead and get started. We are almost at 2 minutes into this recap. So, I'm going to try to I'm reading what I wrote. Now, it might not be word for word, but I'm going to see. Hopefully, I remember it as I go along because it's not too many pages. So, episode number 38. We open with Nicole working at the office, and Vanessa shows up bearing white wine as gifts. I was like, yay, we finally see Vanessa in an opening or a start of an episode because normally we see her like 30 minutes into episode. I think I said it in my last video. So Vanessa was like, anyone open for a drink? And Nicole was like, well, apparently you are. Far be it from me to stop your drinking role or make you drink alone, boo. I'm going to go ahead and drink with you. So Vanessa tells her that she knew. Oh, Moo review, baby. Moo review. Y'all already know. I'm sorry. Laptop. So if I'm looking down, you know. Vanessa tells her that she knew that she would count on her, and there's a reason for her impromptu visit. She wanted to RSVP for the anniversary party in person, but they can also catch up over a glass of vino. So Nicole was like, okay, so how is your search going? And Vanessa was like, search for what? Girl, that empty house for that dead woman. The house for the dead woman? Oh, yeah, the one that Joey, yeah, that one. So Vanessa tells Nicole she already told her what happened. Joey told her a little fib about his mom. And so Nicole was like, honey, children tell fibs, men lie. I was like, when I tell you, Nicole has really been dropping some gems. She's been a power boss in these episodes lately. I've really been feeling Nicole. I already love her anyway. My Ted is leaving. So anyway, Vanessa goes through this entire excuse about how she was firm with him and threatened to drop him as a client. So Nicole asks her, how did Joey spin the story about his dead grandmother? Did she rise up after 3 days or something since it was almost Easter? Because I did this before Easter. So Vanessa tells her that it's simple. The house was actually for him and he thought he was getting too old and blah, blah, blah. So Nicole is like, so why subterfuge? They said that twice. I saw Danny using it in another episode. Why the subterfuge? Subterfuge. Anyway, is deceit used in order to achieve one's goal? Why lie? So Vanessa claims that he didn't want her to think that he was some frail old man. So Nicole's like, you fell for that shit? It sounds like that's some bull to me, girl. So that man is far from over the hill, and from what I've heard, he don't care what people think. So Vanessa tells her about his failed marriage, and people think that he's some tough guy, but he has a heart. He is a heart. Her heart goes out to him. So Nicole believes that Joey told her that lie to distract her or reflect her. She wants to know if he told her about his marriage before she found out about the dead mammy or afterwards. So if afterwards he might be trying to be messy, and that's a whole different game to her. So she keeps making excuses that they are just friends. Me and Joy are just friends, and Nicole asks her, um, uh, who is sharing more information, you or him? She just thinks that it's suspicious that he's choosing to share his personal side with her when they should just be clients. So Vanessa tells her that's why she is such a successful realtor, because I care for my clients. And Nicole was like, yeah, right. And so she asked her, do you have feelings for him? And so she deflects, she talks and talks and talks. She said, yeah, I mean, I'm attracted to him, but they both agree that he's fine. And so she finally admits that she does have feelings for him. So Vanessa and Nicole, they might not be, well, as I said, Vanessa and Nicole said that he might not be a shriveled old man, but the power he has makes him more alluring. That's what she tells her. And especially hearing how old his how his wife cheated on him, and then he also ran that man out of town. That just turned her on. So Vanessa is concerned about her, and she read this about no yeah I'm sorry, Nicole is concerned about Vanessa, and she says she read this information one time about women who are addicted to people who like to have fun on the wild side. So what started out as passion is now cooling off when it came to her and Doug. So Vanessa tells Nicole about her chat with Shanice, and that she's worried about Doug because Doug, she mentioned that when I was talking to Shanice the other day about Doug. So Nicole was like, why the fuck you talking to Shanice about Doug? She the nurse, right? Why are you talking about her? So she was like, well, she told me she was concerned about Doug. Anyway, Joey comes to the casino, and they are going over the receipts because the dealers have all been working overtime. We found out that Randy and Joey, that the feds are cracking down on the casino when things go down how Joy wants, and it's getting very tense. Enough about that. Joy wants to talk about Dougie. Where's my favorite loser at? And so Joy don't believe that he actually has gone cold turkey, because remember in the last episode, um, Doug has said he was gone cold turkey. He ain't trying to be up in there no more. He ain't trying to lose. Blah blah blah. So Joey tells Randy that he needs to do whatever he can to get that man back at this casino chair, or he gonna have to do it. So Joey keeps telling Randy that I'm not after what he has. I'm after what he can get me, which is his wife. So he wants to use her real estate firm to help launder his money. It's a perfect setup for his gullible ass, for her gullible ass. So he said that at one time Vanessa had told Joey that she makes millions in real estate, and he says that Dougie is so deep in debt with them, he goes to her, then he can open up the books to them, and it's the perfect place for them to clean the cash. So Randy don't think it'll work because Doug loves his wife way too much, and Vanessa would never go for it. So Joey does not think that he needs to do anything. He just wants Doug to get Vanessa to go along with it. So Joey threatens Randy just in case he feels like you want to tell somebody. He mentions about his ex-wife and kids. So if you want to go and run and tell somebody, baby, I'm watching you as you watching me, and you watching Doug. So don't even think about it. So we she see Dougie Ashley is working at the nurse's station, and she asks him about one of the patients' surgery. How did it go? And Dougie says, I will answer your question if you answer one for me. So she says, sure. He's like, how much money do you have on you? And I thought that was weird because he was looking all weird. And how much money you got? I was like, So he has been playing this silly game with the nurses, asking them how much money they got, because what he's been doing is like throwing like paper in the trash can, throwing little bitty bets. So whatever they have in their pocket, he gives it to them. So far, I think he had collected like $3 and some change. So it was really nothing really serious. So he makes the shoot, and so I think she didn't have nothing, but they betted a quarter. Shanice gave her the quarter, which she gave to Doug. So now he got $4 now. So he asked Shanice, why did she ask Vanessa about him yesterday? Because remember, Vanessa and Shanice was talking. So she told him that she was concerned. That's all. He assures her that he's doing what's best for everybody. So he gets a call from Randy, and Randy inviting him to come to the casino, and Randy just ain't giving up, he's offering him his favorite bottle of scotch. Dougie tells him that the seat in that scotch is for somebody else. That ain't for me. So Dougie picks up that Randy is just trying to get too damn hard, get him to come back to the casino, but he's been trying to stop because he doesn't want to go. So he figures out that it must be Joey tapping him on the shoulder for him to come back. And so Randy was like, "Nah, man, that ain't me. That ain't me." So Randy gives Joey all the wah 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 about how um Dougie doesn't want to come back. And so Joey gets mad and says, if you want something damn it done, you got to do it your damn self. So Dougie loses a patient and his patience. He hits his hand on the table and it hurts. And I'm like, did he do that shit on purpose? Did he? So Shanice tells him that his hand is so bad that I think he broke a bone, but he cannot perform surgery for a long time. So she leaves the room and thinks that he leaves the room where he's just had his hand looked at, and he hears somebody comes back in, and it's actually Joey. Joy is telling him that we have a serious problem if you can't do surgeries because you need to pay me, nigga. So we see Anita and Naomi. Naomi comes to Lady Anita and she's playing on the piano. That was a really cute scene. I love the pictures that's on top of the piano. So she tells Anita they had a conversation about suing Bill, and she was determined that she wanted to make him pay for trashing their family. So Anita was like, you're not the only one who felt that way, honey. So Naomi tells her that she was primed and ready to hit him where it hurt. However, she came to the realization that Bill is still her dad, and the only one she has, and she will never have a chance to have another one like him. So Nita asks her, how is things going with dealing with her conflicting emotions? So Naomi tells her that the new attorney will finalize the agreement that Bill agreed upon. She knows that Anita is surprised, but she wants to know if Anita is disappointed. Anita says, "No, girl, never, child. I ain't mad with you." She is so proud of how she stepped up and became a fierce advocate for those women. She wants to know now that she's removed herself from the case, does it push her and Bill apart, or does it bring them together? She said pretty much both, but she don't know. Maybe somewhere in the middle. That's the best that she can do for right now. So Anita tells her that then that's just going to have to be good enough. So Anita reminisces with Naomi about her singing with her group with the articulates, standing in front of the audience with all that energy. She is so poetic with how she described the energy of being on stage. I felt that sometimes when I'm on stage. Again, if you don't know, I'm an actress. And the way that she poetically talked about how she felt on stage is how I feel a lot of times when I'm on stage. And so you can still see she misses the stage, but not the music. She misses her friends and the audience. She brushes it off with she said, I do my beautiful charity work. She's making sure that Danny keep her ass out of trouble. They both decide to have a nice little party for Danny to make her feel better. But they're gonna do, it's like a karaoke night. The club, I said the club, I couldn't remember the name of it, but it's called Uptown. So now I know Uptown and Orphy Jeans. Those are the two. So we see Chelsea and Kat. They think that Samantha would be a great face for their teen line, and Kat is hoping that Chelsea will tap Danny on the shoulder for help. And Danny needs to be head over marketing. So Chelsea don't want to work with Danny, of course, because she is controlling and demanding and does not work well with others. She swallows up the energy in the room from Chelsea, making her feel like she's 13. Chelsea says that she's not going to let her back into her life again. So Kat was like, girl, Danny will be great to work with them. They will be the boss over her, and she will strictly work in marketing only. That's it. So, Chelsea thinks. So Danny is at home fighting the urge to drink, and she looks at the bottle and says, it's 5 p.m. somewhere. So she picks it up. So she tries to fix herself a drink when Pamela comes over, her ride or die. So Danny tells Pamela that she was just about to fix herself a ginger ale. Would you like one? And Pam was like, sure. So Pam asks her about the whole Chelsea situation, how she feels. And Danny gives her some fluffy response saying that she's proud of Chelsea and she's going to step back and support her daughter as she embarks on her new business adventure. And I will support my daughter like any mother would be. So Pam was like, okay, now what is the unfiltered response? So Danny was like, I heard that getting up after a series of knockdown punches is a process. Right now, I'm feeling those punches deep down in my soul. So Pam was like, lucky for you, I'm here to help. I have a proposal to make. So Pam tells her that what about they could open up their own model agency. I love that little 13 necklace that she was wearing. Pam was wearing a number 13. That had something to do with it. I don't know why, but it had a reason. So Danny Dupree and Pamela Curtis needs to be back, and she tells her that the name needs to be top billing, so it's going to be Dupree Curtis Modeling Agency, will not be Curtis Dupree. So Danny thinks about it for a bit, and she did get a rush after the fashion show. So before Pamela leaves, she reminds her that, girl, I'm your ride or die. I'm not going to give you an idea that I ain't going to be there for you with. So Pam leaves, and she's wanting to hurry up for her drink and gets a call from Naomi. And so Naomi tells her to come uptown, Mom. But no is not an answer. To come uptown and no is not an answer. So Danny makes it over to the house because she was telling her she didn't feel like going out. So Naomi talks to her about her scheme, how Anita misses the articulates, and they're going to act like her current articulates, and um but she doesn't know about it. Anita doesn't know about it. So she comes downstairs and like, what are y'all girls doing? And so, oh, nothing, nothing. My grandma, we're gonna go to uptown to do some karaoke. Wanna go? And so Anita's like, let's go, Anita. So Anita walks in on them and tells them, find out what they're doing. And so Naomi said, oh girl, we learning the new TikTok dance. And she's like, girl, I can't do that. And that was it. I mean, episode number 38 was pretty all right. It was good. I enjoyed it. What I could remember. I wrote notes, y'all. I wrote notes. So let me go ahead and get off of here with this one. I'm sorry that I didn't go over word for word, but it didn't really have like a lot of ass kicking, verbals and line by line, precept by precept, like I normally do. I just took notes. I really didn't really go like I normally do in detail, but it was good. It was pretty decent, pretty copacetic. It took them a while to get to this music scene, but we will talk about that in the next episode. So thank y'all for coming by again. My name is Shar. I'm your recap auntie, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.